Hi guys, so right now I'm at the baseball fields, which are like right by my house. I just walked here. So basically I'm starting out, I'm just gonna show you a few warm-ups real quick, and then I'm gonna start to try to attempt 360 dive roll, a front like rail spring, which is basically a front handspring, which I'm also gonna try, but it's over there by the fence. It's basically over that is what I'm gonna try to do. And then if I have time, I might try a new flip, maybe something like Webster front flip, but we'll see. All right. Alright, so I think I'm gonna start out by with the front rail spring, but before I do that I'm gonna warm up. I'm gonna try to get my front handsprings better. I have done them before, but they're not that great. I want to see if I can get them better, and if I get them well enough, then I'll definitely try the front rail spring today. So I'll just show you that right now. Handspring pretty consistently. It's not that great. It could be a lot better, but it might actually be beneficial to have the fence to help me when I do the rail spring, because it'll give me that extra height so I don't keep landing so low to the ground. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna try it today. We'll just see how it goes. I'll try to be safe though. I'm a little scared to do this. I think I should be okay though. Oh, that was scary. First attempt though, that's not that bad. Let's keep trying. Getting a lot of close calls. I think it'd be better if I tried it on something smaller, but I mean, hey, I still landed it. All right, that's wearing me out a lot, but I think that's good enough. Okay, so I call that a success for at least that one. Okay, now it's time for the 360 dive roll. I hope I get results as good as that. I mean, those weren't very pretty, but I did them, and I'm proud of that. So I still don't know if I'm gonna land this one. This one I really want to get. I've been thinking about this one for a little bit, but I'll just start off with some practice normal dive rolls, and then once I'm more comfortable, I'll start doing normal 360s, probably look like a fairy, but then I'll eventually try to commit to it. So here we go. So I'm trying to do it with more shade because it's getting pretty hot out here, but okay, so I'm gonna start out with the normal dive rolls and we'll go from there. So some of those dive rolls weren't exactly good. I'm gonna try to soften up the landing on those a little bit, just because those I'd rather be more comfortable with it before I throw in the 360. So I'll just do a few more of those. I don't know if you can really tell the difference on the camera, but I'm much happier with those ones. The landing was a lot softer. I think it was because when I was originally doing it, I really aimed at the ground that was right beneath me, so that when I rolled, my back would kind of like slam on the ground because of all the momentum. So this time I decided to aim more at a diagonal angle. You know what I mean. I try to do that so that when I landed, the momentum would kind of go with me, but wouldn't just slam me straight into the ground, if that makes any sense. Now I'm gonna try to do some 360s and maybe commit to one. So I just looked at some of the footage of the 2 attempts I did, and the second one was kind of funny to me. But I think I understand what my problem is. When I do the actual 360, my whole body turns kind of like this instead of just a normal torpedo. So when I get into the actual dive, I'm on my side, and then I slam pretty hard. So I'm gonna try to fix that by compensating in some way. We'll see. This is a lot worse than before. I'm gonna look at it again and see what I'm doing wrong. Okay, so I looked at some of them, and some of the ones were just really bad. I didn't even like commit to that. It looked stupid. I mean, all of them looked stupid, but there were some other ones where I actually committed to, and I did the 360 and almost got into the dive roll, but then I guess it's like I tried to not commit at the last second because it's hard to spot your landing when you're spinning, and then I ended up just slamming on the ground over and over again, which hurt. But I guess I'm just gonna have to really trust myself, commit to it, and then once I finish the 360, just instinctively go for the dive roll instead of looking at it and spotting it. But we'll see. Okay, so after various attempts of the 360 dive roll, I think my body needs a break from that. I'll definitely come back to it, and that's definitely something I want to have done before the end of the summer. But I'll practice that a little bit at a time, and we'll see how that goes along as the summer goes through. But I don't want to just stop today at the front rail spring or whatever it's called. So I'm thinking about doing something else new. I had my eye on these bleachers right here, if you want to call them that. They're kind of in bad condition, but this one seems good enough to jump off of. So I'm thinking I'm gonna attempt a front flip off of it, because front flipping off of a height is a little more free running related than just doing it flat ground, and it's something that I've wanted to learn. Yeah, it's more dangerous, but it's kind of a different technique than a normal ground front flip, because you don't really block when you do these, and because you don't really need that extra flipping because you have the height of it. So I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna basically just film me on top of that and see what I do, and maybe if I'll try a few. That was scary, and I have a tendency to underflip when I'm doing it from a height, because I'm so scared I'm gonna overflip it and knock the wind out of me by landing on my stomach or my face, which wouldn't be good. So I compensate by not flipping as much, but I'm okay with that. Like, I didn't get hurt or anything. I'm gonna do that again. Okay, so I finally got the front, I shouldn't say finally, it didn't take that many tries, but I got the front flip off the bench. I do need to block when doing it off the bench still, which, to be honest, I didn't even know. I thought if you did it off a gap you don't block, but it turns out you just don't block as much because you don't need to. But that's why I was under flipping the first couple times. So I decided to block again. So today I learned the front rail spring. Yes. As well as the front flip off the bench. Didn't get the 360 roll like I wanted to, the roll dive like I wanted to, but we'll get that eventually. I mean, that's what this channel's about. So thank you for watching. See ya.